Hi, I'm Angie and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, he gets a second round knockout over Martirosyan, a late sub who replaced Canelo Alvarez. Gennady Golovkin, before this fight, he had won 2 fights in a row without getting a knockout, and I guess he figured out how he could get those knockouts back, and that's lighten up on the competition. Martirosyan, he was inactive. He hadn't fought in 2 years. His last fight was a loss, and he wasn't a middleweight. So he wasn't ranked at the middleweight division. So while you have fighters that were Gennady Golovkin's #1 mandatories ranked as #1, Golovkin chose to fight this guy who wasn't ranked at all. The guy on his knees right there. And this is the reason why Golovkin chose to fight him. Because when Golovkin is fighting this level of opposition, he looks like Mexican style, big drama show. But when he steps up in competition, he just looks like Gennady Golovkin. But credit for Vanes for putting in the effort, because there was an exchange early on in the fight where Vanes, he caught Golovkin with a really nice 1-2, and right when Golovkin thought that Vanes was finished, then Vanes came back with a surprising jab, and that jab knocked Golovkin off balance, and you see that bewildered, concerned look on Golovkin's face when he got caught with that shot. So unfortunately, that look tells me a lot of things. That look tells me there's a very, very good chance we will never get to see Golovkin get in the ring with Jermall Charlo, his #1 mandatory. Or he may not even fight against Sergey Derevyanchenko, another one of his mandatories, and then Danny Jacobs is his mandatory as well. Because if he gets in the ring with any of those guys, I can promise you, you're going to see this concerned look on Golovkin's face a lot more often in those fights. So let's see what happens next. The IBF had already threatened to strip Golovkin of his IBF belt if he doesn't fight his #1 contender, Sergey Derevyanchenko, by August 3rd. I'm sure Team Golovkin, they've done everything in their power to try to prevent that from happening. If things go according to plan, at least for the IBF and for boxing's sake, he will get stripped of the IBF belt if he doesn't fight his #1 contender before he tries to fight Canelo in September. If everything goes according to plan for Gennady Golovkin, he'll get to avoid his #1 mandatory and still go ahead and collect that big payday and fight against Canelo Alvarez, and then most likely retire after that instead of unifying the belts as Golovkin told the public was his main goal. Let's see what happens. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. These fans don't even realize that makes the Super Bowl when Charlo is because of the fans. You have super fighters is the Willie Monroe, you want to win, etc., etc. Just really bad. Unify the fans, you know, guys, they're making him worse. Because of certain fighters, every other fighting one, how do you justify Golovkin fighting one?